welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new, hello and welcome. My name is Taylor and I am a cosmetologist in the state of West Virginia. So in today's video, I'm just going to kind of go over some products with you guys. I've had a lot of requests or questions about good products to use in your hair depending on kind of the circumstance that you're looking to help or fix. So I'm just going to kind of lay it all out for you. Figured we could have a little chat. And yeah, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. It really helps out my channel. I'm new to the YouTube stuff, so it would really mean a lot to me. And also like this video. That kind of just gives me as a heads up or so if you like this type of content. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first point I have, this is probably my biggest question that I get asked a lot, and that is to help tame frizz. The biggest thing that I always recommend, especially to my clients, is to use some type of like a hair serum. Usually the best thing I can tell you really with any product, we'll just go ahead and put this out first. Read the back of your bottles. I know it's like a duh type of thing, but really, like, it'll tell you straight up on a bottle, you know, helps maintain frizz, it helps moisturize the hair, all of that stuff. So definitely check out for that when you're looking for products. But back to what I was saying, a hair serum can really help frizz a lot. It's also going to help give your hair extra moisture. So if you do have kind of drier hair, I would say that's a good option for you. The other thing is like a blowout spray. So typically a blowout spray can, when you're blow drying your hair, just kind of help hold your style. It'll help with that frizz. So make sure you're giving yourself a good blowout when you are using the spray. And yeah, the next point I would say a lot of people ask me the most is dryness in your hair. Also, hair serum can help with the dryness, but also a leave-in conditioner. Those help immensely with, you know, hydrating your hair, especially if you have color treated hair. A lot of times color can dry out the hair. Also, washing your hair too much can dry your hair out terribly. So I would recommend, you know, washing your hair maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I know it's hard. Trust me, I had to train my hair and that took a little while, but in the end it's definitely going to help your hair in the end, because the oils from your scalp are going to kind of help hydrate your ends. A tip or a trick that you can do when you're showering, and like if you want to just get your hair wet, just run water over your hair like in the shower, and then try to just use your fingers and like scrub in your scalp, and then take your hands and like rub on the ends of your hair. That'll kind of help take your scalp oil and put it on the ends of your hair so that way it can soak that up and get moisturized. The next product recommendation I would have is for curly hair. A curl cream is really going to help your curls out immensely. Again, moisture is curly hair's best friend. The more moisture that you have in your hair, the more curly it will be, because curly hair thrives off moisture. You can never have too much of it. Make sure you give yourself a nice hydrating shampoo conditioner. And then again, using a curl cream in the hair, or also a gel. Now, some people aren't the biggest fan of gels just because they can leave the hair kind of on the crunchier side. So if you are using a gel, just watch out for the amount of product that you're using. Start off small, work it in the hair, and then if you need to add a little bit more, you certainly can do that. Again, it just kind of depends on circumstance and all that jazz, but yeah, that's a nice little tip for curly hair. The next is for those looking for volume. Firstly, you can use a root lifter to add a little extra volume to your hair. Those can be tricky just because sometimes if it's not used properly, it can either leave like spots in the hair that have a lot of product, so it almost feels like your hair is really tacky in that spot, or it can leave the hair feeling a little bit on the crunchy side. So the other option I typically recommend first is a hair plumper. They can come in different ranges as far as, you can put it in when your hair's wet. Some of them you put it in when it's dry, but this is not only going to give you some root lift or volume, but it's also going to help thicken up the hair strands. So it's going to make your hair look even fuller on the ends and not just at the root of your hair. Also, giving yourself a good blowout. I know it's hard, it takes time and practice, but that just by the way that your hair grows and lays naturally, you kind of have to over direct your hair in an opposite position so that way you can get that lift and that volume and body. The next recommendation I have is for people who have an oily scalp. Again, this kind of goes with your everyday shampooing and conditioning. I know a lot of people want to try to wash their hair every single day or every other day. That's not the best for your hair. It can dry it out. So I always recommend a dry shampoo. There are plenty out there on the market that you can certainly try, but it's really going to help dry up the oils in your scalp. If you guys want a little, I guess, mini tutorial on that, leave me a comment down below. I can show you more specifics on the best ways to use dry shampoo and more specifics on the best brands in the market that I have for dry shampoos as well. The next thing I want to kind of talk about or go over is people who curl their hair. They want to get that kind of beachy textured vibe going on. Use a texture spray or a texture powder. They're super helpful. They definitely help kind of add a little grit to your hair. It'll also help maintain the style a little bit longer as well throughout the day if you use some type of a texture spray. That's my doggy. Yeah, either that or even a finishing spray, a hairspray is a, common term. After you're done curling your hair, make sure that your curls are cooled off and then just spray either the texture spray, the texture powder, or a hairspray in the hair, and then run your fingers through it afterwards. And yeah, so the last thing that I want to go over is important products for all people, all hair types, all hair textures. Important products that should be in everyone's hair care routine. Firstly is proper shampoo and conditioner. So this is a very, I guess, touchy subject or controversial subject just because everyone can afford only certain products or certain things. But I will say this, if you invest in your hair in a salon to get it done, don't you want to make sure that that hair is insured? If you go to the dollar store and buy yourself Swab shampoo, do you really think that it's going to maintain that by using a cheaper product? No. Yes, you can buy cheaper products on the market, but please make sure that they are professional products. Do not buy them from TJ Maxx. Do not buy them from Marshalls. Do not buy them from CVS or Walmart or Target. They have been tampered with. It's a testy subject and it's something that not everyone knows about, but it is a hard thing, I guess, to tell people straight up sometimes because it's kind of hard to believe if you really think about it. Oh no, it says it's Paul Mitchell, it's not Paul Mitchell. No. If you can't buy it from Ulta or Sephora or from your salon, I just wouldn't recommend buying it, period. Also a thermal protectant, that's super important. If you are blow drying your hair, if you're curling it, if you're straightening it, you definitely want to put a thermal protectant in there. Sometimes you can buy them for when your hair is wet, you can put it in before you blow dry it, and then you can also put a spray over top of it before you start using your flat iron or curling iron. Either way, that's going to make a big difference, not just on your hair health, but also if you have color treated hair, it's going to help maintain the vividity of color in your hair, or blondes who are toned and you want to keep that tone in there as long as possible. If you like it icy or golden or natural, whatever, it's definitely going to help maintain the color of your hair for much longer if you have a thermal protectant. So if you notice, I did not provide any specific products, and I did that on purpose. The reason being is everyone's hair is different. All textures are different. The amount of hair everyone has is different, etc. I can give you all of the recommendations in the world, but until you actually use it and test it for yourself, you're never going to know if something's going to work for you or not. I, of course, have my own hair care line that I use in the salon because I fully believe in it. I love it, but I'm not going to make this an infomercial for you. I'm not going to say, oh, you need to buy this, you need to buy this, you need to buy this, because these particular products, you can only find them in a salon specifically, and I just didn't want to make that type of video for you. I wanted just to give you guys very baseline, very broad spectrum stuff to provide for you, and then that way you can make the decision on your own what you want to buy or you don't want to buy. I'm not trying to sell anybody anything ever, so you know, I'll give you an honest recommendation of what I think if I'm doing your hair and I'm like, oh, I really do think that you should use this. But I use my product line on all my products or all my clients, and they get to see it for themselves. They get to see the outcome of what I'm doing on their hair. So I think that kind of speaks for itself. So if you're out buying product, you know, if you have your own stylist, reach out to them, ask them what they think of that product, and they can give you hopefully their honest, truthful opinion. And yeah, you can kind of go from there. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already. Hit the like button as well if you enjoyed this video, and leave me a comment down below. I'd really love to hear your all's thoughts. If you are looking for specifics, I can give them. I can tell you what I use on my hair personally. That could be the best, I guess, video that I can provide for you all, is what I use on my hair every day. Or, you know, I can go over the product line that I use at the salon, tell you the benefits of all the products, etc. So that's completely up to you all. If that's what you want to see, I will provide that for you. Or leave a comment down below and tell me what video you guys would like to see next. You know, I'm kind of looking for, I guess, content on what you guys are really wanting to see or hear from me personally. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!